Last time on Crimson Plays. Old school Nintendo. Y'all used to have some balls. Yay. So it is written. Will you be continuing your journey this day? Yep. Lord God, let your blessing, love, and care wash over your child. Nice. I'm gonna go kick some monsters in the teeth. See yas. Wouldn't want to be the monsters. Alright. So this person will not let you pass, unfortunately. What to do? What to do? The master went to fetch some herbs, but still hasn't returned. I think he went to the cave in this village, but I wonder what happened to him. Your master got knocked the F out? He is currently laying in a pile of, like, his own piss. At least I assume so. You're a good boy, aren't you? Then be careful not to get in your father's way, okay? Alright. That guy up there, I might try and talk to him later. All he says is basically some crap about how, because it's cold, the weather's gonna kill all the plants, even though it's almost summer. If you go further along this path, you'll reach a cave. But if you get lost in there, don't say I didn't warn you. Cool. Duly noted. Also, my father's in the cave. I don't know why. I think I'll find that out when I become an adult, but I don't know when that is. I'll have to be Act 1 or whatever. I was actually surprised that as a 6-year-old they give me this much authority in the game. Yay! I got more medical herbs, which will be very much needed. I'm gonna smash you in the face! That's some slimes dead. I really do adore this game. I don't know why I've never played Dragon Quest in my entire life. I mean, I get that maybe one of the reasons is that in America they call it Dragon Warrior, and I'm not even sure if all of them came to the States. But as an adult, you would have thought that I would have picked up a fan translation at some point. I did not, unfortunately. But now I'm playing them, so that counts for something, right? I love the slimes. They're just such a clever and unique little design. You know what it is? I think that I didn't play these on the Super Nintendo because, one, I didn't know they were on there, and two, I think my only experience playing something like this was on a little console called the PC 1600, which I had an emulator for back when I was, like, a kid. And, I kind of hated it. And it turns out that wasn't even Dragon Quest. I don't know what that was, but it was a little bit similar, so I got confused. And that's my closest, approximation of point of relevance, unfortunately. There's a shield around here somewhere. I'll need that shield. Okay, we're having more fights. Yay! Kill the bugs. The adorable little bugs that want to give out all the hugs because they look like the snug like the bug. I leveled up. Strength up by 3, defense by 1, HP by 4. Yay! And some gold. And 50 gold. Not what I wanted, but definitely a thing. Anyway, like, one of my favorite RPGs on the Super Nintendo is actually Tales of Phantasia, the first of the Tales series. I've never beaten it because it has such a ridiculously high random encounter rate that by the time I got near the end, I quit. I feel a little bit bad about that, but it is hard to play that game and, like, not get annoyed by the dungeons. Now, they eventually fix that problem when they start doing walkabout battles, but it takes them a while to get there. I can't go over here. What is that over there? Are they just giving me, like, hints that when I do come back here as an adult, there will be something cool waiting for me? Is that what's going on? I hope so, because that would be neat. There's some bad guys, and I'm gonna kill them all, because I can! As long as I don't get hit by that guy. Ah, the whack-a-moles do a lot of damage. And unfortunately, stop pushing the... Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, I don't have heal yet, so I got to use my items and one of the medical herbs. But medical herbs heal a lot of hit points, so that works out in my favor. More bats? Or drakies. I guess they're called drakies. These are some really simple sprites. In fact, all the artwork in this game is quite simple, but I do like it. Even though it feels more like baby's first RPG than anything else, it's definitely not. You can see that there are a lot of things where people understood shading and sprite work well enough. But I'm not kidding when I say that when I played the remake of 3 for a few minutes, the artwork improves vastly, and it looks like a game that shouldn't even be on the Super Nintendo. Like, it looks like PlayStation quality. Leather shield, that's what I was looking for. Boy! But even so, there's something just kind of charming about the very classic style this game has. The very simplistic, you know, artwork. Alright, where was I? Oh yes, that's where I was. I ended up taking a little bit of a break. I was tired and it was super hot because it's starting to get summer and there's no air conditioner yet. Or, well, no swamp cooler. So it's hot. But, let's see where I was. I was fighting some of these guys, trying to get to the bottom of here and not die, which, if that guy hits me once more, is not going to happen. 12 experience points? Yay! I don't want to search. Okay, item, use one of my medical herbs, and that'll heal me up to full. Lovely. So, I wanted to read this sign really quick because it's hilarious. Danger! Do not enter is written on the sign. But Crimson can't read. Like, I love that. It's just kind of cute and kind of silly. Yay, more bad guys. So I believe it's my next level that I'll get Hill. And once I get access to Hill, it'll be a lot, like, just a lot easier to go through the dungeon without worry. And the good news is I kind of got an idea of where I'm going to, so that helps. I was thinking about this game a little bit, and it was reminding me of when I first started playing the, what was it? Secret of Mana 2? Like, Secret of Mana 2 was a revolutionary game for the time, but it never made it stateside for some freaking weird reason, and it never will. Unfortunately, I sincerely doubt that anyone's ever going to put in the effort to, you know, other than fans, I don't think anyone's going to put in the effort to actually bring it stateside legally. So, I'll probably play Secret of Mana 2 at some point, and, I'll love it when I do. That actually kind of reminds me of something. I remember that years ago, the Super Beard Bros were supposed to play the Secret of Mana 2 at some point, but I don't think they ever did. I mean, I'll look into it, because I have enjoyed their RPG playthroughs. I know, I'm talking about someone else that's a different YouTuber on my thing. Go check them out if you're interested. I think they're pretty funny. Yay, level up. Learn the spell Heal. Ooh, and a treasure chest. And I got a medical herb. I think medical herbs are like the only thing I can get from treasure chests right now from monsters. That'll probably change when my character becomes an adult. And let's continue fighting these guys. Now, I think there was some traveler's clothes in here or something. Like, that's the last item I need to get from inside this dungeon. Then I can move on to content, closer to content I haven't seen. Huh? What? Where? Haha, lying here for so long must have made me sleepy. Guess I dozed off for a while. When I was walking alone, this giant rock came out of nowhere and fell on top of me. Phew, thank the Lord, and thank you, little boy. Now I can go deliver this medicine to Duncan's wife. Oops, I can't dilly-dally. I've got to get back and prepare the medicine. I like that little dwarf. I'm going to assume he's a dwarf. I have no reason not to. The music is starting to get a little bit, what's the word? Repetitive for combat music. But, that kind of just happens with RPGs, I've noticed. It takes a really, really good soundtrack to stop from being repetitive, and unfortunately, like, during this era, that was almost unheard of. I think it's, like, Earthbound that has one of the best game soundtracks I've ever heard, so, yeah. I'm not sure if I'll ever play Earthbound on the channel. Like, I liked Earthbound, I thought it was interesting, but it is one of the most convoluted games I've ever played. Oh, it's a good slime. I think this good slime appears in, like, every single Dragon Quest game. Personally, I like the little slime dude. I think he's cute. He's just a good little slime. Kill the whack-a-mole, bro. Ah, crap. Well, I can use my spell heal. Enemy was vanquished. Let's see. Spell. Heal. Oh. Okay, well, I don't have any ability to use that, so I'll just use a medical herb. I guess you don't get MP when you level up. Don't hurt me, please. I'm really not a bad little slime. I know, I'll tell you something helpful. When you want to search a lot of different places, you should push the blue button. I don't know if that makes more sense in Japan on the Famicom than it does, you know, on the Super Nintendo, but I don't think I've ever seen a blue button on a Super Nintendo. But I think that's just him saying, you know, like the blue button. Because he's blue. Dabu-dee, dabu-die. What is a Gopechia? Like, what is a Gofkada? Oh, Gofkada, I get it. It's like a gopher and a cade. Oh god, what are they called? Those annoying little bugs that fly everywhere once every couple of years. Cicadas, right? Yeah, those things are a nightmare. I've gone hiking when cicadas are active before. They just fly into the back of your head and it's annoying because they're not really intelligent. They are some of the most unintelligent species I've ever seen. And far as I'm concerned, the only reason they survive is because they've evolved to breed like crazy. So, they don't have any brains or self-defense, they just keep breeding. And they breed so much that, you know, the birds get too fat to eat them all. So I guess in the bigger picture, their purpose on this planet is to feed animals. That kind of makes sense, though. Like, they're just they're like a free food source, making sure that animals don't just die or starve to death. Okay, let's get the treasure chest, and then, come on, random encounter. You really gotta do this to me? I mean, I'm gonna fight it because I want to get the experience points. It'd be cool if I could level to 5 before I leave here. Open the treasure chest. A wayfarer's clothes. Okay. No, stop searching. Equipped. Sapper stick and Wayfarer's clothes. There we go. Now I got more defense. I should be a little bit more sturdy. Oh, hey, it's these guys. I guess in, what is it, Pathfinder, they're called Owl Mirages. I like them. The Unibunnies. I didn't realize that these unicorn bunnies were such an old creature. I thought that they were made by Pathfinder, but I guess Pathfinder borrowed them from JRPGs? And they may not have even come from JRPGs. They might be an older creature that I don't know any lore about. But I like the horned rabbits. I wish there was a way to just, like, leave the dungeon instantly. Because this is kind of annoying. Like, I like the dungeon, I like the gameplay, but I want a, if it was Earthbound, I think they'd have something called an exit mouse or something. I do not get an exit mouse, or an escape rope, or anything like that, I don't think. I might be wrong. There might be more of those kind of things, like there might be something in the game later on, but for now, there's not. So I have to wonder, as I'm very slowly making my way out of here, like, there's not a block button, there's a parry button. Or not a block function, there's a parry function. So I have to wonder, like, does that mean that I can, like, do some cool stuff with that, or is it just basically the word block? Because as far as I know, block and parries were supposed to be different.